The mind games of narcissistic abusers, how they control and dominate. When it comes to understanding and dealing with narcissistic abuse, it's important to first recognize the characteristics of the abuser. Narcissistic individuals often lack empathy and remorse, and therapy can sometimes, or often, make them a lot worse. They have a poor sense of self, but often don't want to show that and react with defensiveness and blame when confronted with their behavior. They rarely take responsibility for their actions. And one of the key characteristics of a narcissist is their immaturity. It's quite common that they will act almost like a cartoon character or a baby, often putting on the show to get attention. They tend to use a tactic called love bombing to attract, manipulate, and keep their partner. Narcissists often have a group of people that is commonly called flying monkeys or enablers who support their behavior. It's common that they surround themselves with friends who are also narcissistic or sociopathic. They like to hang out with other depraved individuals, such as sex addicts, criminals, physically violent people. Narcissists feel superior and think that they are entitled to special treatment. They are prone to be quick to rage, be financially irresponsible, and have quite often sexual addiction. Most narcissists have this irrational jealousy and strong abandonment issues. They're also known to be manipulative and may even use suicide as a tool for manipulation. They tend to devaluate, criticize, and demean those around them, especially their partner. They can be impulsive, moody, and even paranoid. They lack empathy and can even be willing to harm their own children, sometimes just in order to harm their partner more successfully. It's important to note that narcissists are skilled at mindfucking and take pleasure in the destruction of others. They are self-absorbed, preoccupied with having the perfect image outwards, and may even run treatment centers, spiritual centers, be a coach, but without having any actual interest or interest at all in changing and improving themselves. It's just a show. Their behavior can be unpredictable, making it difficult for those around them to anticipate their reactions, and they can be really intimidating and scary at times, especially when you seemingly out of the blue witness this temporary mask slip revealing a completely different persona. It's common that they present totally contrasting personalities, especially to their partner at home, like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, shifting from one extreme to the other really fast, making it hard to know what to expect and when, resulting in the victim walking on eggshells. They're often arrogant and loud, but also have moments of low self-esteem, self-loathing. Many narcissists also have a false victim mentality and crave drama in their lives. Narcissists use their physical appearance or charm or status as his weapon to manipulate and control others and get attention. They're not prone to give apologies, but if they do, they're often very shallow and can be almost like you blame me. I'm sorry I did that, but it was your fault. It's important to recognize that narcissistic abusers often try to control and dominate those around them through manipulation, emotional abuse, threats, concealed as jokes, gaslighting, and other tactics. They struggle with handling criticism and have this inflated sense of self-importance. They love stepping over other people's boundaries and gather as much information about their victims as they can as early as possible in the relationship, which then they can use as a weapon against them or for their own personal exploitation. They might try to collect material that they also can later use to sort of threaten and blackmail you with, like taking nude photos or record a video while you're having sex, pushing you repeatedly to the limit for a very long time. And then that one time when you break, they record it and use that to prove that you're the crazy one. They're prone to get hold of your passwords, install spyware on your phone, secret cameras at home, and go through your messages, emails, and diary to try to find something that they can use against you, should you try to leave or confront them. They often use psychological projection to blame others for their very own flaws and bad behaviors and justify and rationalize their behaviors, always making their victims look like the bad person and the trigger for the abuse. It's important to understand that healing from narcissistic abuse, it's a long process and it just doesn't happen automatically with time. Time, unfortunately, does not heal all wounds, not if you're not doing something actively about it, like looking at and validating your feelings, understanding what you've been through and what you're going through. Get the tools to heal and build your self-esteem and surround yourself with a support system of understanding and empathetic individuals. Remember that the abuse is not your fault and you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. Click the link in my bio if you want my help to go from traumatized to happy and peaceful.